Hi, I'm Ken. This content's going to be a little bit different than I usually shoot on my channel. I'm in the little garage, and I was frustrated enough that I had to come out and try and get a message out a little bit. But let's go with if you use certain words on YouTube. Well, let's go with social media in general. They don't like it. It doesn't meet their narrative. They just either sanction you or cut you off, or don't let you be able to communicate that. So I'm going to go over a couple words here in a minute on the YouTube, and if I was to use these words, I would get in a timeout. And the timeout is basically YouTube has control of the feed, and that means the amount of people that actually can see the video, see the image of the video, to have the opportunity to click on it. And what YouTube does, just like I'm going to mention here in a little bit, hopefully I can tie this back together, is they just stop the feed. You don't get to see that, and that goes into right now we're in a situation where if the 1%ers or the media, including social media, they don't want you to hear that, you just don't get to see it. So I don't get to ask the questions. Now, a lot of people are, I don't know, just politicians, but people in general, I don't agree with their opinion. But right now I'm in a situation, I don't know what I don't know. And if I don't get to hear their point of view, even though it's opposite of what I believe, I don't get to hear their point of view, I can't draw a conclusion on what the material is or the direction of travel we're going to, because all you're hearing right now is one side or the other. So the two words that would put me directly in timeout, you would not be able to see this, and I'm hoping you can, but I doubt it seriously. But how many content creators have you heard as of late say there was an illness between 21 to 23, because they don't want to use that word, the word that describes the illness? And it used to be, when I was younger, I made steps, and even on my channel, not to offend another person. I don't want to be, profound or cussing or any of that in my discussion or in my communication. I don't want to offend the other person. Right now, in social media, I'm not offending another person. If I was to use the word, you realize I'm offending a robot, basically. I'm offending AI. AI is what's controlling what goes out social media. So somebody goes in, one person goes in, and whatever their beliefs are, when they sit down to the typewriter, we don't want to see this illness word. I'll get to another one here in just a minute. We don't want to see these words. They said in all these words, they hit the go button, and if the algorithm sees these words, you get an automatic timeout. The general public doesn't get to see that, and that goes back to the fact that I want to hear. I'm old enough I can draw my own conclusions on the information, but I need to hear the information. I don't know what happened to the freedom of speech. See, just me saying that probably put me in a timeout. I don't dare to say the First Amendment, because you know that the AI is going to click that out. Any amendment that you want to say, oh, we don't want to hear that, that's defensive. Well, it's kind of the Constitution, I carried the flag overseas to protect the Constitution, and now you can't even hear all the discussion anymore. But anyway, the second word is, I was shooting a video, standard video, and I was building something. I built stuff on my channel, or my homestead, and I was going to describe this item. Now, every trade person I've ever been with, or if I've ever been on a job site, they say, go get blah, that word. This is a nail blah, and I'll show you how we would label this. This is from Home Depot. I'm hoping you can see the word, and this is the word right there that would knock me out. Nail. So I can't use that. See, I can't even describe a tool. So it goes down the path and this is kind of a long way around the barn. But when I was younger and I started growing up, might have been grade school, and President Kennedy was killed down in Dallas. And I asked my dad and my grandfather, and I said, hey, why are they calling that the magic bullet? Does that make sense to you? And then my dad and my grandfather would say, well, no, it doesn't make 100% sure sense to me, but the federal government wouldn't lie to you. They may not be able to tell you the truth and everything, but they're not lying to you. Okay? Also, they would say, well, you know, you don't get ahead cheating and you don't get ahead lying. You don't want to be doing that stuff. That's bad policy. All right, guys. I don't want me to piss you off. I want to ask a question. Come up a little bit later, Roswell, Area 51. Well, I asked my dad and my grandpa, well, what's going on down there? Well, we don't know, but the federal government, now they wouldn't be lying to you, you know. You don't be spreading that around because they're not lying to you, you know. Good lying and cheating is not good policy. You can't get ahead on cheating. Okay, well, all right. The Warren Commission comes out. Well, Dad, that, you know, they're still talking about that magic bullet, I'd say. And Dad would say, well, you know, they're not lying to you. Well, after Thursday of last week with the presidential debate, you know they're lying. They're lying. I mean, I try to teach my grandkids and my kids, lying and cheating won't get you ahead, but apparently it will, because those boys, and they're not just lying to the red side of it. They were lying to all of us. They were lying to the red, they were lying to the blue. So it's okay, apparently, right now it's okay to publicize that you can lie and cheat, but I can't describe this tool on a video. I can't advertise this on any social media, the name for this tool. That's what's got me kind of worked up, riled up again. And I'll give you another scenario. On the, I don't know if you call it sanction, but because it's AI doing it, but now in this case, it wasn't AI. Now I think I seen it last week. There was they call themselves a news broadcast, but a broadcasting system over here, and they invited a guest on she was a doctor, to say what she thought. Well, as soon as she got to the point where, and I was listening, remember, I'm just trying to hear. I'm trying to grow and hear different points of view so I can draw my own conclusion. As soon as she got to where the narrative didn't meet what the projection of the station was, it was, oh, we got to cut to a commercial break, and she got cut off immediately right in mid-sentence. And when that channel came back, she was no longer on the stage. And all I was trying to do was hear her opinion. I can draw my own conclusion on her opinion, but I need to hear opinions. So I was frustrated enough, I thought I'd shoot this little video and kind of give you the idea of what's actually happening out there.